TTV Racing, sponsors of the FormulaG show.
A launch off the line, the pressure you will see building from these two as they go through. Let's see it, and we're green! Wow, that is close.
Welcome, Gymkhana fans. It's time once again to inhale the sweet aroma of motorsport. It's a spectacle for everyone. It's a track for every car. There's even free donuts for all. And where is this petrolhead's paradise, you ask? It's in a place we call Coventry. It's Motofest weekend and FormulaG has hijacked an inner-city traffic island, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, sensible, and perhaps legal. Anyway, down to business, kicking off with a barrel loop and then between two concrete pillars, then slam it sideways into a 360 slalom into a 720 double spin around the Royslip tyres flag. Just mind that other pillar on your way out, final barrel and hoof it home into the stop box. Hit an obstacle and you'll get a 2-second penalty. Hit some concrete and you'll probably write off your car. But Coventry is a fine city with plenty of tow trucks, and Motofest brings thousands of fans the ideal opportunity to meet and greet with the stars of FormulaG. However, in between signing autographs, the impending races are clearly playing on drivers' minds.
It's such a tight, small arena.
I'm getting up to speeds of 40, 50 mile an hour in here.
It is very hairy, very hairy.
It's quite difficult. It is a tight track.
We're not used to big lumps of concrete right at the side of the track.
Champion of Champions coming up. What's your predictions for that? Who do you think is going to make it out of all the classes?
Bucky.
It's going to be one of the all drive boys. They are hammering it today.
I'm almost thinking today might be the only time in my life I wish I actually owned an MX-5.
I'm pretty sure I can take the champion. Yeah, I'm not scared of these four-wheel drives.
It's our kind of track. It's small, tight. This should suit the car a lot better, hopefully.
A lot of these guys buckle under pressure, and that's, where I strive, really.
U1, all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive and rear wheel. Yes, in this episode, for the first time across the 4 classes, FormulaG will crown a champion of champions. So let's find out which of the Subarus is the fastest in our Scooby Clinic Racing all-wheel drive battles with Nigel Pope.
We're racing, that's green! Both clean launches off the line, round the first barrel from both drivers. Super slick through there, through the chicane section. Tidy donuts around that first flag. Now into the 720, and he's struggling to get the right line there in the blue Subaru. Jordan taking distinct advantage there from the 720 round the second flag. Jordan, all he's got to do is just stop in the box. Super clean there, Andy not far behind. And a clean stop in the box from him also. Great racing from our rear-wheel drivers there. We're going to swap sides now.
With such a strong start from Jordan, Andy has at least 3.5 seconds to make up in the second battle.
Andy composing himself, probably having a final check of that track map stuck to his dashboards. We're both lit up. This is yellow. We're good to go now. Launch off the line. Super kick out the back there from Andy. Crisp driving there from Jordan, as usual, into that first of our flag section, chicane through into the second part of the figure of 8. 720 from both now, if you please. Super tight front tyres from both drivers, really close to that flag. It's almost neck and neck into that barrel, and he takes it through onto the line there. Fantastic racing from both drivers.
So Jordan's dominance sees him through to the final battle in all-wheel drive, while Andy Stevens is out of the Champion of Champions competition, battling for P3. Next up, Scooby Clinic teammates Dimitri and Jonathan go head to head.
We are ready for race. Four-wheel drive, motorsport. We're go! Straight round the first barrel, super tight from both cars. Bucky seems to have the edge on Dimitri just now, but this is early on in the stage to start calling names. Super tight and windy through that intersection. Now round to the 720. Both cars tucking the noses right in on that second spin. Let's see how we get on the launch. Slightly ahead there from Bucky, but Dimitri Emma catching up in the straight. Both cars stop in the box. That is great racing from both drivers. This is the second and all-important battle here. We're ready. We're racing. Both cars launch off the line, kick the back out, neck and neck as they go into the tight section here of the figure of eight. Slalom barrel, both super wide on the back end there to get the tightest line they can in the 720. Really close racing now with the 720. Both neck and neck as they're coming out. Dimitri first in the barrel at the back there, Bucky very shortly behind, but super close here in the box. I can't call that on this now. Both drivers super tight, fantastic motor racing.
There's just fractions of a second between them, but it's Jonathan Buck who will go up against Jordan in the final all-wheel drive battle.
We have 4 lights both sides, ready to roll. It's clean, we're racing! Clean launch from both drivers there, straight round the back barrel. A lot faster around that first barrel, Bucky, but Jordan will catch up later. We've seen it all day today. Just tight, a bit tighter through there for Bucky, but Jordan is catching up on that 720. Neck and neck now as we go into the last stage of that first run. Jordan has really caught the time, catching up space now and super close. Stops in the box from both. All-wheel drive. Bucky crawling up to the line now. We have 4 lights. Yellow drops. We go! Bucky first to the barrel there, but super smooth, clean line from Jordan into that flag. Both cars narrowly missing the walls out the sides there into the 720. This is where it's won or lost here today. Bucky super tight. Jordan pulling it back in now, taking up some time. Bucky first into the back barrel. A clean stop needed from both. Bucky's in the box and Jordan shortly behind. And your winner of all-wheel drive Coventry Motofest 2018, Jonathan Buck! How are you feeling, my man?
Absolutely amazing. I qualified 3rd. I thought I would have been a bit quicker. Just all came together in battles. Wow, amazing feeling, yes, so pleased.
So with Bucky taking the first spot in Champion of Champions, we head over to rear wheel drive. And it's an MX-5 duel of Ryan Milton and Spencer Peacock. And as ever, our man trackside is Nigel Pope.
We are green! This is the quarter-final battle there. Ryan first to launch out into the back barrel there, but Spencer seems to really have picked it up in the straight there into our figure of 8 section, navigating very tightly there. Ryan to catch up a few much needed half seconds there. Spencer Peacock first into our 2 rotations round those flags. But Ryan's really caught up the time there and stopped in the box. Tidy run there and shortly followed behind by Spencer Peacock. Great racing from both drivers. Swap sides. see these 4 white lights. The yellows are going to start. Yellow, 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 green, we're racing. This is the quarter-final battle now here. Spencer and Ryan neck and neck, but Ryan seems to have taken the charge here into the first of our figure of 8 section. The transition in with the barrel there in the middle. Oh, Spencer seems to have really lost his momentum there coming into the 720. Ryan seems to be taking it away now. First to the barrel, into the last of the straights. Real close here for a stop in the box. Both drivers holding their own. Fantastic racing here.
Ryan Milton sees himself through to the rear-wheel drive final battle, and a great performance, but Spencer just couldn't make up for the lost seconds. And our second top 4 head-to-head will be Adam Elder and Mark Young.
Let's see how this goes. Lined up, white lights, yellows and greens. Adam and Mark both leaving the line at the same time there, neck and neck into the first barrel. Mark seems to have the launch on Adam there, a little more grip coming into the interchange of the second section of the tyres. Adam really throwing down the power now in that second rotation round the flag. Super tight tyres, tight into that, up into the back. Adam seems to have it here. Mark not far behind him, and they're both stop in the box.
So there's less than a second in it and still all to play for. Join us in part 2 as we battle our way through to that final Champion of Champions top spot.
TTV Racing, sponsors of the Formula G show. TTV Racing, sponsors of the Formula G show.
Welcome back to Formula G at the Coventry Motofest. And to refresh our minds on just how this track is laid out, Ryan Milton is going to take us on a tour in his MX-5.
Right, so we're lined up and away we go. So a quick short one, round the barrel, heading next obstacle, round the cone, into the figure of 8, round the first one, spin around the next barrel, and then into the washing machine 720. Round we go, round once, going round again, watch it in, head into the last barrel, round the last one, and into the stop box. And that was a hot lap at Coventry Motofest.
Thanks for that, Ryan. We'll give you a minute to cool down as we rejoin Adam Elder and Mark Young for their second top 4 battle.
And now we're green! Straight up into there, no strings. And both drivers launch into the first of our tyres there. Both drivers neck and neck, meeting up into that barrel in the interchange, coming into the 720. Hot. Mark seems to have the tighter first line, but Adam's certainly catching him up here. Mark first out in the second rotation. Will he be first over the line? Adam slowly. Ah, both drivers crisp, clean stop in the box. Great racing from both drivers there. That was super close.
So both battles are in the books and both drivers slower on the left-hand track. But Mark, with less than half a second more, misses out, and Adam will join Zestino teammate Ryan Milton in the final rear-wheel drive battle.
Wait for the yellows, here they come. Green, this is the final! Both cars launch off the line neck and neck as they go around the first barrel. Ryan seemed to have the edge on the straight there. Adam really bringing back those seconds in the navigation of this tight, windy section here. Adam seems to have lost his momentum there in the first round, around those tyres. Ryan taking round the 720 a lot quicker. Ryan's quick out there into the box, very closely behind from Adam.
With the first of the 2 battles done, for Adam to have a chance of making the Champion of Champions battle, he'll need to beat Ryan by over half a second in the second heat.
4 bulbs lit from Ryan. 4 bulbs lit from Adam. Finals of 2018 Motofest. Let's go! Both neck and neck round that first barrel, the launch in the straight. I can't see a pin between them as they go into that intersection. Neck and neck still into that first rotation of the 720. Super close work into the tyres. Ryan seems to have it. Adam catching quickly up, but Ryan first in the box and a clean stop. Adam ever so shortly behind. Hold tight, we're going to add those times together now.
And Ryan takes the second heat also by an even more convincing margin, putting him in contention in the Champion of Champions battles coming up.
I am on cloud 9. It is amazing to finally beat Adam Elder, the champion of grid, and I finally beat him.
Joining Ryan will be Andy Biddle in the U1 category and Carl Harper in front wheel drive. So here it is, brought to you by TTV Racing, the fastest 4 drivers in their class. Prepare to face off to find the ultimate champion here at Coventry Motofest. And to kick us off, Jonathan Buck in all-wheel drive and Andy Biddle in U1.
Please get behind our drivers. First race, that championship, it's green. Jonathan Buck off the line first, round that barrel, but a much wider line than Andy Biddle there. Into the first of our twisty section, round the flag. Andy's certainly getting a little tighter now as the race goes on. Bucky really taking the wider line in the Neon Subaru, and Andy ever catching up on those milliseconds he lost at the beginning there. Bucky launching into the back section, both to stop in the box. That was super close between these drivers. Both drivers lined up here. Andy on the line. We're launching green, let's go! Jonathan Buck into that first barrel. Andy really was super close behind him there. Into the intersection now. First into our flag, Jonathan Buck. Andy catching up all the while. It's won and lost here in the 720 section, and none the different. Jonathan Buck super close to the tyres, has been all weekend. Look how close Andy's tyre is to that double section. Andy, I think, has got the edge on him here. And over the line in the box. Both drivers stopped. Super close action there.
So by the closest of margins, Jonathan Buck is through to the final battle, while Andy Biddle will fight for P3. Up next, Ryan Milton versus Carl Harper.
Now here we have it. The winner in our right-hand lane earlier on, the rear-wheel drive MX-5, Ryan Milton. In the left-hand lane, the grey Nova of Carl Harper. Now we have 4 white lights. We are racing, this is us! Ryan first into the barrel at the back there. Carl super close behind him, and a big launch away from the MX-5 there. Carl super close behind him now into the tight windy section. 720, don't forget, round these flags. Carl really having to put the foot down now to kick it around. Looks like Ryan just about pulls away from there, a little quicker than Carl. Into the box, the stop is needed. Carl really not far behind him there. Great racing from both drivers. All to play for here, don't forget, we have the second side here now. We have for you here now the second of our quarter-final battles. Both drivers lined, the green for go! Both neck and neck as they go around that barrel. Carl really having to pick up the pace now in the straight section. Ryan tucking it round, super tight to the tyres. Carl really picking up a bit of time there, quite calm and casual through the barrel there, but seemed to work for him. Ryan into the second rotation, as is Carl. Carl hot on the towels as Ryan, although he's into the barrel first, he's really not far behind. And a stop in the box. Clean racing from both drivers there.
So with Ryan in the final, it's Andy versus Carl for P3.
Both drivers lined up here. And we're green! A clean launch from both drivers. Yes, we have. First round on the barrel there. Both drivers tight into the first of our tyre sections. Both drivers neck and neck at the moment. Looks like Andy Biddle has slightly pulled away, but Carl with a tighter line just so there. Looks pretty smooth here now as the pull's out. The U1 category driver Andy Biddle's first into the box, followed by Carl Harper. Great racing. Both drivers have 4 lights lit. Yellow's dropping down, green for go! Both drivers straight up to the barrel there, neck and neck as we feed out the straight there. Looks like Andy's slightly ahead as the first transition in those tyre section. But Carl, as always, calm as a cucumber around the 720 section. Now, let's see if he can really pick up some pace and pull it back into the backside, round those barrels. Carl really catching up space now and super close. Stops in the box from both.
So with 2 flawless runs, Andy takes the 3rd spot on the podium. But now, it's time for the main event. Over to Nigel.
FormulaG Champion of Champions final! We're lined up, the final Champion of Champions Motorsport 2018. It's green! Jonathan Buck first into the barrel there. Ryan Milton launches into that straight. Seems to be catching him up the first rotation round our flags. Navigating their way through the barrel, pretty neck and neck. Oh, Jonathan Buck's gone super wide on the first rotation there, barely missing the barrel. Ryan's really caught up the seconds there, and super close around the back barrel. Ryan stopping the box, Jonathan Buck does also. That was wild for the first of our 2 races here. All still to play for here. Second run, Champion of Champions. Green will go! This is the final! Last run from both drivers here. Neck and neck round that first barrel there. All to play for still for Jonathan Buck. A little catching up to do from his first race. Ryan Milton seems to have it super clean again through that central section. A lot tighter line from the all-wheel drive Super of Jonathan Buck on the second rotation this time. Ryan seems to have launched it quicker. Who's going to be across the line first? MX5, Ryan Milton. Jonathan Buck stops in the box. Great racing here at Coventry Motofest 2018 from both drivers. Champion of Champions, your #1 driver this weekend, Coventry Motofest 2018, Ryan Milton! Ryan, how do you feel, my man?
Am I dreaming? I can't believe it. I didn't think I had it. I didn't think I was going to beat Adam. Thinking I was going to beat Bucky. Forward drive, a lot of power. I didn't think I could do it, but the MX5 has done me well. Great tyres, great car. Can't thank everyone enough who's helped me along this journey.
And so the battles under the bridge come to an end. But FormulaG is just getting started. In fact, check out the website to find out how anyone with a car can get involved.
TTV Racing, sponsors of the FormulaG show.